Hey guys, Marshmallow and Fluff here. I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be showing you guys a deck profile on Chaos Dragons. So let's see let's see how it's done.
Okay, first I want to say pardon because I don't have a side deck for this. It changes every tournament, but I got main deck and extra deck, so I'll show you that.
That works.
Triple Pulsar, mandatory in the deck. Summon it from the grave, summon it from the hand, just by banishing Light of Dark or pitching Light of Dark respectively. It's an amazing effect. Pull out a dragon with level 5 or higher. Pull out a Dark Flare if you need to. Pull out your red MD. That's the big play, and just keep it going. It's not a bad attack either. It's one tribute. So if you have a monster on the field that you can just tribute for it, it's pretty good because it's level 6. Then you run triple Dark Flare. People tell me to run 2, but I run 3 because it's a needed chaos monster and it's a needed dragon because it speeds up the deck because it gets your pulsars in the graveyard, it gets your wyvern to the graveyard if it's not in your hand or not on the field. Gets them there, and it banishes monsters in their graveyard. It's awesome. It gets rid of what the monsters are going to need, whether it be Inzektor's and Hornets or agents, and let's see if they need any kind of agent monster or if it's a mirror match. And let's say they have a Pulsar in the graveyard. It gets it out of there. 2400 attack, level 5 is pretty good. Pretty big Chaos Dragon. It dumps your dead dads in your hand if you need it, or it gets your red MD in your hand to the graveyard if you have a pulse on the field to go off. One wyvern. I used to play 2 back in the day, but I swapped it out for a BLS, and I actually found the deck to run a lot smoother with 1. I like 2 because it got my boss monsters out there faster. I found myself having the Dark Arm and the Red MD in my hand a lot faster, but after a while I transitioned and I kind of went along with the crowd because I actually understood why people only run 1. 1 Red MD, that's all you can run. It's an amazing card. Get your monsters out there, get your Exceed plays out, get your boss monsters out there to go for game. Dark Armed. You kind of need it in this deck. It's easy to regulate your graveyard with Dark Flares and all the Chaos monsters you run. The 7 Chaos monsters I run in this deck help me regulate my graveyard really fast, and the quick detaches from Exceeds help me get them out of my hand and onto the field to blow stuff up. The only big Chaos monster that I run in here is Chaos Sorcerer. I don't run a BLS in here just because I like that he's a 6. I tend to not have light targets in the graveyard, so that tends to be my problem. So I can't really get BLS out there faster. I found that I still run the deck efficiently, that I can Exceed fast enough and still go for the OTK without him. Sure, BLS can be a game changer. I just feel like I can save 30 bucks and I put him in here. So I keep Chaos Sorcerer, a banished card. He's out there faster. I can go for the Exit Beetle play with him, and it's just absolutely broken. The Tour Guide engine, 2 Tour Guide, 1 Night Assailant, and since Sangan's gone, I haven't run Torbus. Sad to see Sangan gone, but Torbus is a fun swap out for it. Tour Guide, get your Exceed plays out there for the rank 3s, levy your monsters back, get your Acid Golem out to go for game, get your Zen Mains out of its first hand so you can play a little bit more defensively, your Leviathan Dragon to detach, and to get your Chaos Engine when you need Darks in the grave. Night Assailant's awesome in this deck because you don't have very many monsters you can just normal summon. You run Hand Trap to save yourself from getting sacked, but if this is your defense monster, you can flip it, get the effect, pop a card on your opponent's side of the field, or you can add a flip effect monster like a Raikou back to your hand if it gets discarded by your opponent. And sad to say, Sangan's gone, but I run Torbus instead. It's a mandatory effect that sends a card from either player's graveyard back to the deck. If I'm playing a match against Inzektor's, I'll put Hornet back, or a mandatory monster they need back, or I'll just like recycle one of my hand traps if I need it, or a Dark Flare if it's in my graveyard. One tech I like in this deck is Zephyros. I can bounce monsters back, play them again, especially Dark Flares. It runs them back and forth, especially my Chaos monsters like Chaos Sorcerer runs it back. Can send cards back to the extra deck, which I found out recently, so it's absolutely broken. Saves me from Acid Golem killing me, actually. In terms of hand traps, run 2 Veilers. I don't want your effects going off. I don't main 3. It gets a little bit excessive, and it puts like too many lights in my graveyard. It also gives me synchro options, which is actually pretty nice. 2 Maxi. If I can count the number of games that Maxi won me, it'd kind of be kind of stupid. I at least get a +1 every time I play Maxi, so I at least draw 2 cards every time. Against Heretics, this is amazing because it's a +2 every time they special summon a monster because they get their special summon and a tribute effect, and I just keep going off. Gores, I tend to not have back row, and when you clear my field, I'm going to want a card to summon. I'm going to want something to save me. It keeps me from getting sacked. I get this and a token that's 2 monsters you now have to run over, or that's 2,000 life points you're going to pay to keep them from being on the field. 2 Trags. He's also amazing in this deck. I can take a lot of monsters that you have because I run a wide range of monsters in here. He can make my Exceed plays faster. He can get my Exhibitor play out there faster. And he's just awesome. Or I can let my hand build up and just run over your crap. Especially with Maxi. If I Maxi into a big hand and I just drop Trag, I can go for just game next turn. But start the middle engine off, 2 Card Trooper. He's fast. The effect goes off. I say 3 every time. I'm not going to BS anybody. If they Valor me, I'm always going to want to mill 3 because I want my deck in the grave to get my Chaos Engine going off. If you destroy him or if I destroy him, by any means, I'm getting that draw, so it's going to be a +1, and that's always nice. I run Triple Raikou. More defense. Kills your monsters. Kills your back row if I see you only have 1 card set and a monster I know I can run over next turn. Mills 3. Gets out there fast. I only run 2 Lila. I don't like 3 because it tends to get bottomless a lot and it kills my normal summon because I will find myself actually tributing for my dragon sometimes, so I kind of want to have that ability to do so. It's a good back row clear, but I run, as you'll see in my spells, I run enough back row hate to not need 3 Lilas. I run enough targets for the charge engine to be okay. I just feel like 3 is a little bit excessive. 1 charge of Light Brigade. Just quick mill your 3, get your Raikou or your Lila out, shuffle your hand, set your Raikou, or summon your Lila, start popping back row. And then double recharge. I feel like 3 is a bit excessive. It's going to be dead in your hand a lot, especially for those who run 3 Lilas. There will only be 6 targets, so you're going to have dead cards a lot. I feel like it's not needed. This is okay for your draw 2, mill 2. 2 is okay. The Trinity. It's needed in like every deck. Triple MST, because with this deck, I hate back row. Like, I hate it. I hate giving my monsters bottomless or torrentialed. I don't want to deal with it. I want to attack and go for game. And to top it off, the new Solemn Duo. Like, I tend to run traps. I like being able to stop you from making big plays, especially if I see you have 1 set card and I have a Judgment down. It keeps me and still going for game. A lot of Chaos Dragons out there will run 0 to 1 trap, and that 1 trap usually being Treacherous Trap Hole, and I don't like it. I like the 2 Solemns in here. What was that?
I don't know if you want to keep this on record or not, but since you're running basically no back row, I suggest you run Maleficent's Catastrophe.
Okay. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. But also, I don't know. And I'm okay if I mill these or not, or if you MST them. I mean, I will set like my recharges sometimes, or I'll set MSTs, so it is good MST bait. So it makes you waste your resources.
So you started with Malevolent Catastrophe?
Yeah, Malevolent Cats would actually be pretty good in here.
Yeah, that's not
Might try it.
That's not bad. Extra deck?
Start the extra deck. I'll run 1 Synchro, Black Rose. I'll only run 1 Tuner in this deck, and it's my Valor, and I run a lot of 6s, so I can get out fast, just clear the field, so I can start going for other plays that I have in my hand. Thunder Charger. I run a good number of rank 5s and 6s, so I can just overlay, especially the dead ones like a Tum that I can just overlay for later, or my Exhibeetle. The Exhibeetle play with Thunder Charger is absolutely broken in my opinion, because you get your Pulsar effect to summon Red MD back, and you get like this big ass dragon. Force Focus. I like Force Focus over Bouncer. Yes, I can stop effects, but I do have the hand traps to save me later for your turn, and it's 100 more than Bouncer, and you'd be quite surprised how much that 100 more attack has been saving me from people running over my Bouncer. Atum gets more dragons out on the field. That 3rd Pulsar if it's in the deck, so I can get it in the grave. My Red MD, if I'm like desperate for it, I need to get out. My Wyvern hasn't been going off. A good target for Charger. Exhibeetle. Just 2 6s. I'll equip a Pulsar, and I'll send cards on the field to the graveyard. I send it, not destroy it. I'll get rid of your Exceeds and everything. It's a good card to have. The normal play I would do is just 2 6s and equip a Pulsar, send another card on my side of the field to the graveyard, and send yours as well. And then I'll overlay Charger, making my Atum lose target, and it sends it to the graveyard from the field, so it does go off. This is a play that's been done a few times. Not very many people know about it. People just think it's legal. People think it's a mistiming, but it actually goes off. A new card that I like to tech in my extra deck is Leo Arms. I don't really equip it to Utopia, mainly because I don't run Utopia, because I don't like Utopia. It's just a 3k beater, 2 level 5s. I can get 2 of my Dark Flares out and just run into your monsters and run in your BLS. Just clear the field of big monsters. Winterus, I stopped liking Adrius because I would find his effect not being able to go off. I find Tyrus more flexible. And it's another light target, and I tend to be low on lights. 1 Roach for the mirror matches and for big plays. Just keep you going from out there. Keep you from going off. It's another dark target. It's pretty nice. I actually played 2 Tempo. I get Tempo out pretty fast. It's pretty good.
You mean My Stroke?
My bad. My Stroke. That's why I'm bad at this game. My Stroke. I played 2 My Stroke. It keeps me from getting sacked a lot. You have to hit it 3 times or send it to the graveyard to get out there, or I can book one of your monsters and get out there.
Yeah, My Stroke's broke.
My Stroke's broke.
Broke Stroke.
Broke Stroke. Acid Golem. Needless to say, run into their monsters, get rid of their BLS, run over their crap, or I'll tribute it for a Dark Flare or a Pulsar. Leviathan, if I need a Chaos Engine going, I need a quick detach. So I'll just detach a light or a dark, send it to my graveyard, and I can get my chaos plays going off, or I can banish this for red MD because it'll just send more chaos. Levier, get something back that I banished, whether it be like a Veiler I need to synchro with, or a Lila I need to pop back row with, or something along the lines of that, or a Trooper, however, if it got banished for some odd reason. Here's Tempo. He's good in this format. Get rid of your Xyz, detach, makes him stronger, especially when you're heavy. I don't want you using your effects and using your materials, so I'm going to detach it before you can. And since I do play a little bit defensively and I can't get 3s out fast or in Zen mains, I need to keep Ryu from getting sacked. I'll just pop himself if I don't have any other field. Usually I'll set an MST that I'm not going to use anyway.
All right,
but there you go.
Alright guys, well this has been Marshmallow and Fluff. Marshmallow and Fluff. Thanks for watching, guys.